Finally. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Meenaal Fatma, and in this video we'll be discussing about the task 2, which is essay, equally important for both the categories of exam, either it's IELTS general training or IELTS academic. Before I move on, let's just give it a fraction of seconds so I can see myself getting connected with you guys on the live chat. And all those who are joining in, keep introducing yourself so I can see your names pop up and then we can communicate. I think it's connected now, so let's move forward. Yeah, I think it's going all good. So let's move forward. All those who are not yet part of my different social media groups, make sure you do, because I keep sharing about the upcoming courses, videos on YouTube, as well as classes on special classes on Unacademy. Okay, so here are my details. I'm available on Telegram, Instagram, as well as on Facebook. So first of all those who have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do, and remember to press the bell icon so that you don't miss any class from any of the educators here. There are top educators from all around the country present on Unacademy to help you guys out to get your desired band score. Okay, so that's the channel name which you're currently watching this video on, Unacademy IELTS. And in case you want to watch my other videos, and also because I make a lot of series related videos, for example, there are many parts in a particular series, right? So in case you encounter a sudden video which you see maybe part 3 and you're interested in watching the previous parts, maybe part 1 and part 2, I'll tell you where you can go. So if you go to your Unacademy IELTS channel and you press the playlist button, you're going to see a number of playlists that will be popping up for different educators. I have 2 playlists. One is called Learn IELTS with Meenaal Fatma and the other one is called Classroom Talks with Meenaal Fatma. So all the videos technically are present in the first one, which covers most of the academic topics in context to all the 4 modules, also grammar, also vocabulary, right? So do make sure if you're watching me now, you get back and give a look. And secondly, Classroom Talks also cover a lot of important topics that are equally important if you're planning to move abroad. So make sure you do give a look, and in case you have any suggestion or in case there's any particular topic that you guys want me to talk about, you can drop down a message on the social media groups that I shared you, Telegram, Instagram or Facebook, and you can let me know and I'll make a video for you guys. So moving on to the topic today, we are discussing task types of essays, right? So essays is the task 2 for your academic or general training writing module, right? तो दोनों ही एग्जाम्स में आपको essays लिखना आता है. I'll be elaborating today on the different types of essay you get and how will you decide on how to distribute your content or your question ka answers in different paragraphs, right? So I'll take you through the different types of essays and I'll quickly give you ideas how you will first of all understand which category of essay it is, because if you're able to assess which type of essay it is, you can easily divide your information in different body paragraphs and get a good score in your task achievement and coherence and cohesion, which each carry 25% of the weightage, right? So that's exactly what we'll be doing today. I have been discussing this point in detail in my plus courses, but as we do not have enough time here, so I'll quickly try and give you as much as possible. But in case you want to learn properly in detail, you need to make sure that you join my plus courses, जिसके बारे में मैं आपको बहुत जल्दी ही आगे के वीडियो में बताने वाली हूँ. I'll quickly introduce myself for all those who are watching me for the first time. Hi guys, I'm Meenaal. Professionally, I'm an architect and urban designer. I've done my bachelor's from Birla Institute of Technology, that's in Meswanachi. And from there on I moved to London, where I did MArch from A School of Architecture. I have lived, worked and studied in London for the past 2 years. I've also worked in some cities in India as well as in Dubai before I moved to London. I've given the exams myself, and that is why you can completely rely on me, because I've been in your position. Unlike other educators on our platform, I'm the only one who's been in your position, gone through the entire process of preparing, studying, moving abroad, living there, working there, and then I've come in front of you. Okay, so I have been taking classes for IELTS for almost 3 years now. It's been actually more than 3 years, but chalo, roughly we can take 3 years, both in India as well as in UK. I also got an award, I think in December, yeah, it was mid-December, by Unacademy for creating the best structured courses that gives best result. I have made a couple of videos on the channel, so you'll have a lot more content coming up very soon. Moving on to the different types of essays, there are 5 categories of essays, right? Opinion, discussion, solution, advantage, disadvantage, as well as direct question essays. No matter what topic they want to ask you, no matter how they formulate the question, they will be putting them across these 5 categories only, right? They do not have any option, literally. So no matter how they are putting down their question format, they will be sticking to these 5 categories. So our task is to get hold on the structuring of these 5 different types of essay. What are we supposed to write in the introduction paragraph? What will we write in the body paragraph? How will we distribute the informations in different body paragraphs? And how will be associating the conclusion paragraph with the rest of the essay? Okay, so that is something which is slightly varies in different categories of essay, and you just need to get hold of the structuring of words, structuring of sentences, structuring of paragraphs, usage of certain phrases when you communicate informations in your paragraph as your paragraph openers, or maybe phrases that will come along. How do you use examples to write and give a lot more support and weightage to what you put as your argument, right? So there are a lot of things that tag along each different types of essays. So to cut it out in short, you need to get hold of the right language for these 5 essays. And if you get the language right, you're all sorted, well to go for your exam, right? And nobody can stop you from getting a very high band score in your writing if you get the language under your control, right? That's exactly what I make students do, and that is one point. So getting the language on hold is one. Second very important point is your time management, right? You know, you have 40 minutes, right? Out of 1 hour, I generally put across essays for 40 minutes. In that 40 minutes, you need to divide 40 minutes into different segments in terms of time distribution. Things that you would do before you start writing, when you actually write, and third, what you're going to do after you write, right? So I've discussed about the time distribution in my previous videos. If you guys want to know about the time distribution and how you're going to work out the time, you can drop me a message and I'll share the YouTube link with you, so you can give a look at that as well. Because in case you're struggling to find that video, because there are many videos on my channel, so you can just drop a message and I'll take you further with it. Okay, now let's go to the first one, which is discussion essay, right? So as I just explained, it becomes extremely crucial to understand which category of essay it is as the first point. So the moment you read a question, it should immediately click like bang on, this is my discussion essay or this is my opinion essay, right? So how would you identify it, right? So I'll be helping you understand how will you quickly identify your essays, right? And I'll give you a few examples how they formulate the question differently, but at the end of the day they ask the same thing, right? So let me first start with discussion essay. Now, discussion essay as well as opinion essay, they both put across statements which are quite opposing to each other, right? What do I mean by this? You know, every time you have a question, it will have a question statement at the beginning, which will just a second, yeah, which will have the question statement right at the beginning, and then it will follow up with instruction statements. Instruction statements could be plain sentences, or they could be question statements as well. Okay. Now, question statement is where they express this problem or whatever needs to be discussed, right? So they put up the idea in the question statements, and generally in discussion essay you would see that these statements are really opinionated topics that can really be discussed and really be argued over, right? And that is how they put it across, and that's why they want you to talk about it, because they would be very opinionated, very opposing to each other, very contrasting to each other, and you will end up having two different views on them. Okay, so one easy way to identify discussion essays is to see the word both, right? Now, in discussion essay, even though they put two different opposing views, they always want you to talk about both the sides, right? अगर आपको पसंद है या नहीं पसंद है, you will still have to talk about them. Okay? So, Arunava is here. Hi Arunava. All those who are joining in, guys, keep introducing yourself, and once I stop from explaining what's on the screen, I'll get back to your comments. Okay, so as I was saying, you will have to talk about both the sides of the opposing views. And how will you talk about both of them? You would divide them into different body paragraphs, right? So one point of view in one body paragraph and the other point of view in the other body paragraph. You do not want to just make your body paragraph sound filled up with unnecessary information, all of them just sounding filled in, jumbled up. You don't want to do that. You want to give a clear explanation to the examiner or whoever is reading your essay that you are actually able to talk about a particular point and go a lot more elaborate on it. So do not try and stuff too much information. Try and pick on a main topic for your each body paragraph and go elaborate on them. Okay? Now, after your question statement, instruction statement are generally put up in these following ways. They could either ask, discuss both the views and give your opinion, or they could say, discuss both these views and then give your opinion, or they could say, discuss both the sides of the argument and give your own opinion, right? So they have put it across in different ways, but as you would see, they would always talk about both in all of them, because that's a fundamental characteristic of discussion essays, right? They would want you to talk about both the sides. Also, another very important point I want to tell you, they may not ask you for your opinion. So if they do ask for your opinion, you have to be careful that you do mention very clear, very loud. It should not just sound like another statement, but it needs to sound like a statement where you're giving your opinion. So you could start with either in my opinion or from my point of view. It should be very loud and clear. Moving on to the next essay, which is opinion essay. Now, opinion essay is slightly different from the discussion essay. How? Let's look at it. Hi Arunava. Yes, I do. I have different referral codes. I just wanted to get a clarification who all are watching me on YouTube and who all are watching in my special classes. Both of them पे आपको same discount मिलेगा. You can either use Meenaal Live or you can use जो आपने अगर special class मेरी attend की है तो आप वहाँ पे देखोगे it is Fatma Meenaal. तो आपको दोनों पे same discount मिलेगा. Okay? It's quite unusual with me. बाकी लोगों को नहीं है ये चीज़. But yeah, it's for me. I just wanted to assess how things are going on different areas. But you will get 10% on both of them. And once you're going to use my referral code, I'll be getting a notification. Okay. Moving on to opinion essay, they're slightly, as I said, they're slightly different from the discussion essay. Because unlike discussion essay, here we can choose what you want to talk, right? So we do not have to do favors. We do not have to be doing the butter coding where we do in discussion, where we, even if you don't like something, we still need to talk about it. Unlike that, you can take a chill pill in opinion essay because you have to pick on the opinion that you like to talk about and then distribute the information in your body paragraphs, right? So here in your body paragraph, if I talk about the body paragraph, you would not need to distribute two different sides of the opposing information that you get in the question statement, but in fact, you will distribute your point of views in different body paragraph. तो अगर मान लीजिए मैं कहती हूँ कि I agree with the statement, जो question statement में I agree, so I will agree for many reasons, right? So I will, out of the many reasons, I will pick on two reasons and I'll put the reason 1 in my first body paragraph and I'll put the reason 2 in the second body paragraph. I might have more reasons. I might have reason 3, I might have reason 4 as well, but you can incorporate all of them, but in a very subtle way, right? How? By making one reason as the main subject of your body paragraph, make it sound like a main topic by starting your sentence, which clarifies that this is the main subject of your body paragraph, right? And then you can bring in the other reasons gradually as sub-statements of the main topic, okay? So as I was mentioning right at the beginning, language plays an important role. So instead of trying 200 questions, you can try 10, but make it as point as possible, right? As crisp and as to the point possible. Now, how will you identify your opinion essays? These are the instruction statement or questions that they can put it across. They can directly ask you, what is your opinion? Do you agree or disagree? To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, they could be put up in different ways, but they all require the same sort of structuring. Okay? Let's go to the next one, which is solution essay. Now, solution essay, as the name itself is trying to say, that, okay, you will be asked for a solution, right? So you would be asked for a solution. Now, solution essay are generally two types. So you have, they always put up a question statement, है ना? वो एक statement डाल देते हैं. उसके बाद back to back they put questions, right? Now there could be 2 questions, there could be 3 questions, or they could just make one question only long. Now, why I'm categorizing into 2 is sometimes what they do is, I've been giving example on this, and this point is very, very important, guys. So please listen carefully. What they do is sometimes they make these questions dependent on each other. What do I mean by dependent on each other? अगर आपसे कोई question पूछा जा रहा है आपके first question में, depending on what you answer in this question will have a direct implication on what you answer in the second one. Okay? So you have to be working out your first question really good, because मान लीजिए कि कोई क्वेश्चन पूछता है अबाउट पेरेंटिंग, राइट, कि पेरेंटिंग इस तरीके से होनी चाहिए या नहीं. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जाम्पल. तो अगर आपका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है कि नहीं, और यू डू नॉट अग्री, then you will have to accordingly answer the following up question, right? You will make your question sound relatively negative, right? Unlike that, there are also few times when questions are interdependent to each other. It doesn't matter what you answer in the first, and the second question will be completely not in context to the first question, right? So no matter if the questions are linked or not linked, you will divide both the questions in different body paragraphs to avoid any sort of confusion and making a clear content that has good structuring, right? So if you're getting two questions, you're going to divide those two questions in different body paragraphs and then elaborate on them. Even if the questions are linked, एक का आंसर दूसरे पे डिपेंडेंट है, you can write them about it in different paragraphs, but you will address the questions in separate paragraphs to avoid any sort of confusion, any sort of and just don't give any chance to create unnecessary confusion for yourself. Okay? Next one is advantage, disadvantage. This is one of my favorite because it's relatively easy. Why? Now, in your advantage, disadvantage essay, you can have following points that they could ask. In your question statement, yet again, they will put a very contradictory statement where you will have to talk about different sides, right? Now, how will you identify it? It's exactly here. What are the advantages and disadvantages of? Do you think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Discuss the advantages and disadvantages and give your opinion. Okay? Now, they are different types of question. These are different types of question, but what they're trying to ask remains the same, isn't it? They will talk about how you think how does the advantage or the disadvantage pattern works. They sometimes, what they do is they might not write advantage, disadvantage. They can switch them up with their synonyms such as maybe benefits or drawbacks, right? But benefits could be like dal denge, for example, what are the benefits and drawbacks of XYZ? They will mean the same, right? That's one point to be observed. Second point important you have to keep in mind, in advantage, disadvantage, they might ask your opinion sometimes very directly, and sometimes they would not ask you very directly. For example, here in the third statement, as you can see, they are saying give your opinion. So they are being very loud and clear and straight that give your opinion. Unlike that, here if you could see, they say, do you think the advantage outweigh the disadvantages? Now, do you think is still an area where they're trying to ask your opinion. So even if they do not put it straightforwardly, they're trying to convert it into a different format of question, but they are still asking your opinion. So you have to be careful on such areas. You still need to make sure that you put out your opinion quite loud and quite clear. In terms of body paragraph, you're going to distribute them very subtly and very clearly in your, okay, just give me a second. Yeah. In your different body paragraphs, where you would talk about advantage in your body paragraph 1, and you will talk about disadvantage in your body paragraph 2. Always, right? So even if they formulate questions differently, other than the ones I've put up on the screen, you would still divide the two questions or the two parts in the different body paragraphs. Moving on to the last category, which is direct question essays. Now, direct question essays को पूछने का बहुत अलग-अलग तरीका होता है, right? But there's a clear-cut approach that they use. So every time they have a question, their question statements are very plain, clear sentences, not complicated, easily understandable, right? After that, they put their instruction questions. जिसको वो दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं. द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन रिलेट्स टू द प्रॉब्लम और द कॉज एंड द सेकेंड हाफ फॉर द सोल्यूशन. राइट. सो जिस तरह से भी वो फॉर्मुलेट करें, वो फर्स्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन में प्रॉब्लम और कॉज के लिए पूछेंगे और सेकेंड हाफ में सोल्यूशन के लिए पूछेंगे. राइट. जिससे मैं आपको क्वेश्चंस पढ़ के दिखाती हूँ. यहाँ पे मैंने काफ़ी सारे लिखे हैं. आप ये ऑब्ज़र्व करके बताना कि उसमें क्या वो फर्स्ट हाफ में प्रॉब्लम कॉज बोल रहे हैं या सेकेंड हाफ में सोल्यूशन पूछ रहे हैं या नहीं. What issues does this cause and how can they be addressed? What are some resulting social problems and how can we deal with them? What problems arise from this and how can they be tackled? Why is this? How might it be remedied? What are the reasons for this and how can the situation be improved? Why is this happening and what measures can be taken to tackle this problem? I'm sure you guys can see really clear, isn't it? मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ यहाँ पे clearly. First part अगर आप देखोगे तो कह रहा है what issues does this cause? Right? They asking cause. उसके बाद कह रहे हैं कि how can they be addressed? उसको कैसे address करना है, मतलब वो solution पूछ रहे हैं आपसे, है ना? Cause, solution. नेक्स्ट वन में पूछ रहे हैं व्हाट आर सम रिजल्टिंग सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स. क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है एंड हाउ कैन वी डील विद देम. कोई भी चीज़ से डील करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, सोल्यूशन ढूंढना है. सो दे आर येट अगेन आस्किंग फॉर अ सोल्यूशन टू द प्रॉब्लम दे हैव आस्क्ड इन द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस. नेक्स्ट वन इज व्हाट प्रॉब्लम्स अराइज फ्रॉम दिस. राइट. सो येट अगेन दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रॉब्लम्स एंड देन दे से हाउ कैन दे बी टैकल्ड. अगर उसको टैकल करना है किसी भी प्रॉब्लम को तो यू वुड हैव टू थिंक अबाउट अ सोल्यूशन. सो येट अगेन दैट्स अनदर वे टू मेंशन अबाउट द सोल्यूशन. सिमिलरली, व्हाई इज दिस, हाउ कैन इट बी रेमेडीड. राइट. अनदर वे ऑफ सोल्यूशन. नेक्स्ट वन इज व्हाट आर द रीजंस फॉर दिस एंड हाउ कैन द सिचुएशन बी इम्प्रूव्ड. राइट. तो सिचुएशन इम्प्रूव करना है. येट अगेन सोल्यूशन. Right, so there are different ways of asking the question, but they will stick to talking about or asking you in the first part of the question about the problem or the cause, or the second one they will ask you for the solution. So no matter how they formulate the question, you have to prepare yourself mentally that you will be talking about the problem or the cause, and in the second half you're going to be talking about the solution. Okay. Hi Neerav, are you already on Plus? Now, all those who are not yet aware of Unacademy and the Plus courses, मैं फटाफट से आपको बता देती हूँ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर आप मेरे को फॉलो नहीं कर रहे हैं Unacademy पे, मेक श्योर यू डू फॉलो. आपको उसके बाद Unacademy मैसेजेस भेजता रहेगा अबाउट ऑल आवर अपकमिंग कोर्सेज एंड वीडियोस. सो मेक श्योर यू डू. सेकेंड, अगर आपको मेरे जितने भी अपकमिंग कोर्सेज हैं इस महीने में, मार्च में, अप्रैल में, you can see all of them on my profile if you go to the course button. First of all, you can go to Unacademy website on your phone from Google, or you can also download the Unacademy Learner app. Right, you can download the Unacademy Learner app on your phone and find me and follow me. ठीक है. तो जब आप कोर्सेज पे जाओगे तो दो कैटेगरी ऑफ कोर्सेज रहते हैं. एक स्पेशल क्लासेस होती है, एक प्लस कोर्सेज होते हैं. स्पेशल क्लासेस में बेसिकली जस्ट फ्री क्लासेस जहाँ पे हमारे पास टाइम नहीं होता है, जस्ट फ्यू आवर्स जस्ट टू गिव यू एन इनपुट ऑफ हाउ वी टीच. एंड प्लस कोर्सेज में वी हैव एक्सटेंसिव क्लासेस जो हम लोग एवरी डे लेते हैं. ईच एंड एवरी डे, सिंगल डे हमारी क्लासेस होती है वेर वी स्ट्रक्चर द कोर्सेज. हर कोर्स, हर मॉड्यूल का सारा टॉपिक्स कवर किया जाता है. Right, along with doubt clearing sessions and test series. Okay. Now, one thing that I want to quickly highlight on the advantage of the coming up 1 to 2 months is that we are covering literally everything. We are covering writing in this course. Saturday, Sunday में हम लोग writing पढ़ रहे हैं. Right, we are gonna work on how we're gonna boost our scores through grammar. Parallelly, हम reading भी पढ़ेंगे. स्पीकिंग और वोकैबुलरी भी पे भी काम करेंगे एज वेल एज लिसनिंग, राइट? सो आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे कि आप लिसनिंग, रीडिंग, राइटिंग, स्पीकिंग के साथ साथ आप ग्रामर, वोकैबुलरी पे भी काम कर सकते हो विद इन 2-3 मंथ्स के स्पैन ऑफ टाइम पे, ठीक है? अगर आप मेरी प्रोफाइल पे जाओगे तो आपको इस सारे कोर्सेज़ की डिटेल दिखेगी, स्केड्यूल दिखेगा, राइट? आपको सब दिखेंगे। और उसके साथ साथ मैंने एक स्मॉल डेमो वीडियो भी बनाया है जो आपको एक्सप्लेन करेगा कि हम लोग क्लासेस कैसे पूरे कोर्सेज़ को कैसे स्ट्रक्चर करेंगे, ठीक है? कैसे अपना टारगेट अचीव करेंगे। एंड इनको लेने के लिए आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना पड़ेगा। तो जब आप उनको डेमो वीडियो के नीचे जस्ट एक बटन होता है सब्सक्रिप्शन का, विच यू हैव टू क्लिक एंड यू कैन ऑप्ट फॉर डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस. I generally recommend 3 months time, and many of my students have been doing very good in their results. So you can completely trust me and I can guarantee you would get your desired band score. So I generally recommend 3 months to get a high band score. But otherwise, if your English is relatively weaker and if your English is not your first language, you need to give a little bit more time to prepare. In just the form of revision, you can join for 1 month, right? But English is something that takes a little bit time to grab hold on, or especially if you're planning to get a good band score, then you need to give yourself a little time and room. And I have proved to give students the desired bands. You can talk to my students, you can ask them how we do in classes. And out of these prices, guys, if you think it's expensive, आप बाहर जाके भी पूछ सकते हो, आपको इतने सस्ते prices पे first of all कहीं नहीं मिलेगा. And you're giving a very expensive exam, and I've heard and seen many students give the exam many times before they come to us, right? तो आप अगर आ रहे हो तो एक बार अच्छे से prepare कर लो. So join us, prepare once for all properly and finish the exams at one go and just let the stress go out, okay? And when you are getting the subscription, make sure you use my referral code, which is Meenaal Live. I also have another referral code, which is Fatma Meenaal. दोनों से आपको 10% discount मिल जाएगा. And once you use my referral code, I'll be getting a notification, and then we'll take it further. So if you want me to address you personally and take you through the entire process till you finally get your results, you need to make sure you use my referral code. Other than that, if you have any doubts or if you want to discuss anything, you can connect with me on Telegram, Instagram and Facebook, and we can have a chat there. So I hope you found this class productive, and make sure to get the subscription as soon as possible, because every day there are classes and I'm sure you don't want to miss on anything. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Bye bye.